Hello students, in this video we will discuss about some of the banking services. First of all, we will discuss the functions of banks. The functions of banks can be classified into two main categories. One is primary functions, other one is secondary function. The primary functions of banks are accepting deposits and lending money. That you all know that the main function of bank is to accept deposit from the public and to lend money to the public. And there are some secondary functions also. These are some kind of agency services and general utility services. In the coming slides, we will study the functions of bank in detail. One of the primary function of the bank is to accept deposits. Bank accepts the deposits from public. People deposit money as per their convenience and capability. And the persons who are having saving can keep their money safely in the bank accounts. The various types of public can deposit money in one of the following type of deposit accounts. These are current account and saving deposit account that are also called demand deposits, and fixed deposit account and recurring deposit account, that is term deposit account. And a new type of scheme of depositing money in the bank is multi-option deposit account. I have discussed about this type of deposits in my previous video. For seeing the detail of these accounts, you can watch my previous video. Another type of primary functions of bank is advancing loan. Banks accept money from the public in the form of deposits, but the deposits received by banks are not kept idle. Mean to say that bank use these deposits wisely. That's why after keeping certain cash reserves means the balance which the bank has to maintain, the balance of cash which a bank has to maintain every time. So after keeping that certain minimum balance or cash reserve, the balance money is given to the needy borrowers. Means the person who need the money is provided to them in the form of loans, and in return of this, interest is charged from them. Banks charge interest on loans, and this interest is the main source of income of these banks. The various types of loans provided by banks are cash credit, demand loans, overdraft, term loans, and discounting of bills of exchange. Now let us discuss all of them one by one. Cash credit, also known as CC limit, is also a kind of loan given to the borrower. It is provided against the current assets of the borrowers, current assets like shares, stocks, bonds, etc. This loan, this CC limit, is provided on the security of shares, stocks, bonds, etc. In it, basically, a credit limit is sanctioned and the amount is credited in the current account of the borrower. For example, if Mr. A has taken a CC limit of rupees 10 lakh from bank, then rupees 10 lakh will be transferred to his current account. And the important point is that the borrower may withdraw any amount within his credit limit, and the most important thing is the interest is charged only on the amount actually withdrawn. In my example which I tell you about Mr. A, that Mr. A has taken a CC limit of rupees 10 lakh, and if he has as he can withdraw any amount from the credit limit, he can withdraw 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh, any amount. Suppose he has withdrawn 6 lakh rupees in a month, then interest will be charged on the 6 lakh rupees only, and not on the entire CC limit, that is of rupees 10 lakh. Now the next type of loan is demand loans. As the name indicates, in it money can be demanded at any time. Like in demand deposit, the customer can demand the money from bank at any time. Similarly, in demand loan, bank can demand the money at any time. And these loans are provided by the banks against the security of fixed deposit receipt, LIC policy, government security, etc. By giving the security of these documents, one can get the demand loan from the bank, and banks can demand the money back at any time. The another important type of loan that is provided by the bank to the businessman only is overdraft. Overdraft is provided on the current account only, as a CC limit is also provided on the current account, and overdraft limit is also provided on the current account. It is also a short-term loan. The customers who maintains the current account with the bank take permission from the bank to withdraw more amount than deposited in his account, and the extra money which is withdrawn is called overdraft, and this facility is available only to the trusted customer of a bank, and that is too for a small period. For example, if Mr. A is a regular customer of bank and he is having a current account in that bank, and if he is a trusted customer, means he pays the interest payment regularly and do good dealing in his account, in that case Mr. A can get the facility of overdraft. Suppose Mr. A is having rupees 5 lakh in his account, then by getting the overdraft limit of rupees 2 lakh, he can withdraw rupees 7 lakh from the bank. Although he is having rupees 5 lakh in the bank, the extra 2 lakh rupees will be called overdraft amount. Overdraft means money that is overdrawn, means actually you are not having that money in the bank, but still you are getting it from the bank, and there is a limit of overdraft. For example, Mr. A has got sanctioned an overdraft limit of rupees 2 lakh, and if he is having rupees 5 lakh in his bank account, he can withdraw up to rupees 7 lakh from the bank. Another type of financial help provided by the bank is discounting of bills of exchange. Under this, a bank gives money to his customers. Why? The answer is on the security of bills of exchange before the expiry of bill, in case a customer needs it. For example, if a bill of exchange is written for the 2 months from now, but if the person wants the money at present, then that customer can present that bill in the bank and can get the money from the bank on the basis of that bill. But the bank charges interest rate as per market rates and realizes its money on the completion of the period of bill of exchange. That means, for example, if a bill is due after 2 months, but the person who is having that bills receivable needs the money right now, he can present it in the bank. Suppose the bank is the bill is for rupees 10,000. The bank will give him the discounted amount. Say it is rupees 9,000, 8,000, means bank will not provide the full amount of the bill. It will provide the discounted amount and will pay money to the customer. Customer will get 9,000, say rupees 9,000 or 8,000 or whichever the market rate is for the bill of rupees 10,000, and in return the bank will get its money from the person who has written the bill after the completion of the period of bill of exchange. Means after 2 months the bank will get money from the person who has written that bill. Term loans are the most important type of loan that the commercial banks provide to households or businessmen also. And these loans are provided by the banks to the customer for a fixed period, for a fixed tenure, for a fixed term. That's why these are known as term loans. And these loans are provided to purchase machinery, trucks, car, house, etc. And in this loan the borrower repay the loan in monthly, quarterly or half yearly or annual installments for a fixed number of years. The most common type of loans of bank are term loans. Now this was all about the primary functions of a bank. And secondary functions of the bank can also be classified into two categories, that is agency services and general utility services, which we will discuss one by one. Banks act as an agent to their customer in different ways. Agents means doing some work on the behalf of others. So bank do some activity on behalf of its customer. Some of the agency functions of bank are: number one is collection and payment of various items. Banks collect checks, rent, etc. on behalf of their customer and also do the payment of taxes, insurance premium, etc. on the behalf of the customer. Means automatically the money is deducted from the bank for insurance premium, for taxes, if the bank is permitted to do so by the customer. And bank also does payment on behalf, bank also receive payments on behalf of their customers. Another important agency function of bank is purchase and sale of securities. Banks normally are more knowledgeable with regard to stock and share business. As such, they buy, sell and keep in safe custody the securities on behalf of their customers. Some other agency function of banks are remittance of money through bank draft or through pay order. Banks remit money from one place to another through the bank drafts. Anyone who is not having an account in the bank can get a bank draft from the bank after depositing money in the bank. And the bank charges commission in lieu of issuing the bank draft. For example, if someone want to get a bank draft of rupees 15,000, then he will have to pay around 16,000 or 15,500 rupees to get the bank draft. And this bank draft can be given to make payment to others. Another form of bank draft is pay order. Pay order or banker check. It is also a kind of draft, but this is used for the local purpose only. If within the city the payment is to be made through draft, then the bank issue the pay order But if the payment is done through bank draft to outstation, in that case bank draft is used. And it is not necessary to have a bank account in the bank for getting draft or pay order. Some other agency services provided by banks are purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Banks buy and sell foreign exchange. That means you have to give the Indian currency, and then you, in place of that, you can get the foreign currency, and you can also sell the foreign currency having with you. In this way, the banks also promote international trade, because in international trade foreign currency is needed. But this function is not performed by all banks. This function is performed only by the foreign banks and by some authorized branches of the public sector banks. Banks also provide letters of references to its reputed customers. These letters of references are required generally in case of export business, that tells one about the reputation of the customer. Besides providing agency services, banks also provide some general utility services that can be classified into various categories. Some of them are local facility, traveler's check, business information and statistics. As you know, banks provide local facility to its customer, where customer can keep their gold and silver ornaments and important documents safely, and bank charges rent for the lockers. Banks also provide traveler check. With this facility, the customer need not to carry cash while traveling, and in this way they are saved from the risk of carrying cash during travel. They can keep this traveler check with them and no need to carry money with them. And banks are also familiar with the economic situation of the country. The banks give advice to their customer on financial matters, and they provide advice on the basis of business information and statistical data which is collected by the bank on the regular basis.